Another eventful night in the NBA, 10 games to go through, but we start in Phoenix where Kevin Durant and Luka Doncic going toe-to-toe. First quarter in this one, Luka introducing himself to the rookie Ryan Dunn immediately. Luka with the mid-range, now it's Kevin Durant's turn, walking right into a three. You got the sense right away in this one that this was going to be a big night for Luka. Second quarter now, Suns up by 2. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like Kevin Durant is in a whole different zone to start this season. Durant with the mid-range, now Luka against the rookie Ryan Dunn getting the switch and hitting the step back. Luka now doing it with his passing, finding the splash brother, Klay Thompson for 3. More and more from Luka in this first half, hiding behind Lively for 3 more. Third quarter now, Mavericks down by 6. Ryan Dunn's going to be a heck of a defender in this league, but he's going to have nightmares about Luka tonight. Phoenix up by 10 late in the third. The Suns looking for a response to Luka, so they turn to their superstar. Early in the fourth, Phoenix up by 8. They didn't have Bradley Beal tonight. D-Book showing up. But time and time again in this one, it was Kevin Durant taking charge. This might end up being Devin Booker's team later on this season, but through 3 games, I would say it's been KD's team. Not that it really matters because they're both going to have their nights, but tonight, once again, it was Durant's night. Putting it away against Luka and hitting him with the "you're too small." In the Suns win, Kevin Durant also surpassed 29,000 career points, becoming the 8th player in NBA history to reach that mark. What a career for KD, and he's still doing it. In year 18, 31-9 tonight for KD. They'll meet up with the Lakers on Monday night. Mavericks fall to 1-1 on the season. Luka's 40 points not enough. His 5th 40-point game versus the Suns in his career. Suns' next game is going to be against the Lakers, and if you didn't see the Lakers game tonight, I highly suggest you go back and watch those highlights. LeBron was in a different zone. The Lakers beat the Kings tonight in LA 130-127. LeBron with a triple-double. I made a separate video just about this game on my account. Have to give a massive shout out to AD as he continues his amazing start to this season, 31-9. And after the game, Anthony Davis had this to say about LeBron. Quote, "Just when you think he's slowing down, he continues to show the world why he's the greatest." Elsewhere in the NBA today, a reunion between former teammates Russell Westbrook meeting up with the Clippers, Nuggets, and Clippers in Denver. This one was a really good game in Denver. Get used to a lot of this season. James Harden to Ivica Zubac. This two-man duo is going to cause havoc. Clippers off to a great start behind the system. James Harden, deep 3 to get it started. Clippers extending their lead in the second quarter. The Nuggets bench, a huge problem to start this season, and more from Big Zoo. Clippers up by 13 midway through the second quarter. Guess what? Same duo, same result. Clippers lead would continue to balloon, but then Nikola Jokic answering. Third quarter, it's a 4-point game. Harden right back to the big fella, sealing down low. The big fella's going at it now. Jokic running the floor, the lefty touch. Anybody's game entering the fourth, a name we haven't mentioned so far, Norman Powell. Powell with the N1, Nuggets up by 4. Here comes the Joker, roaming the baseline, catch and shoot from 3. Clippers down by 5. Harden, one of his 16 assists, Norman Powell again. And this fourth quarter would turn into the Norm Powell show. Harden once again swinging it around, and they find the hot hand. Powell once again. Back and forth they go late in the fourth. Nuggets down by 2. They find their MVP, Nikola Jokic, giving them the lead. But on the other end, with the Clippers down by 3, Harden swinging it around the horn, and they find the right guy. The Clippers would end up taking a 3-point lead. Final chance for Nikola Jokic, and the Nuggets no good. The Clippers escape. This man was on a mission today. 22 points in the fourth, 37 on the night. I know a lot of people are sleeping on these Clippers this season. Even without Kawhi Leonard, I don't think that's a good idea. James Harden, 16 dimes. Ivica Zubac, 24 and 15. And they overcome 41 points from the Joker. Next up, Rockets and Spurs from San Antonio. Jeremy Sohan with this quote before the game. "They're going to face the Rockets 3 times in 12 days. He said, yeah, F Houston. This could turn into a really fun Western Conference rivalry. Wemby was on one in this first quarter. The logo 3 to get it started, then the dribble pull-up 3. San Antonio got off to a fantastic start in this game, and Jeremy Sohan a big part of it. In the first half now, Spurs up by 17. This is why they brought him here. CP3 finding the franchise. Very next possession, same result. CP3 up top to Wembanyama. End of the third, it's all Spurs, and it felt like it was over at this point. Castle to Wemby to beat the buzzer. Spurs would go up by 19 points at the end of the third quarter, but Jalen Green not allowing his team to quit. All of a sudden, you blink and Green's got it down to 2. This would be a 3-point game with 5 seconds to go. Green with a chance to tie it, no good. We'll be seeing 2 more of these matchups in the next 2 weeks. Spurs get to 1-1 on the season. Wemby with 29-7. Gotta give Jeremy Sohan credit too. He talked the talk, then he walked the walk. 17 points, 12 rebounds. To me, he looks much better this season as he's playing his more natural position of power forward. Magic and Grizzlies tonight from Memphis. Get to know these names. Jay Huff with the big block. Ja Morant the and one. Obviously, we know who Ja is, but have you heard of this man, Jay Huff, before? He's becoming a big piece to this Memphis bench. Memphis was just cruising in this first half. They even got a corner 3 from Zach Edey. Ja and the Grizzlies in complete control in this one. Check out the dime from Ja to Smart. The Grizzlies cruise past the Magic tonight, giving them their first loss of the season in Jaren Jackson Jr.'s first game back. Remember, this Memphis team is still missing Vince Williams Jr. and Gigi Jackson. They are loaded with depth. Another team loaded with depth, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Cason Wallace, the dunk. OKC in Chicago today, and a welcome back for Alex Caruso back in the Windy City. OKC up by 7 in the second quarter. This is when they would take complete control. SGA pull-up threes. The Thunder would cruise in this one in Chicago, and I don't know if it's just me, but Chet has been acting different this season. Chet with 21-16, J-Dub with 24-9-8, and after the game, they flicked it up with their old teammate Josh Giddey. Wolves and Raptors today from Minnesota, and this one was all about the Timberwolves. The Raptors have been so decimated by injuries to start the season. For Minnesota, Edwards and Randall are really starting to find some chemistry. Edwards to Randall, they're now in transition. Randall finding Ant-Man down the lane. The Wolves would end up winning this one by 11, and it's hard to ignore the impact Julius Randle's had. A lot of questions about the fit on this team. I get it's a very small sample size, but so far, so good. Miami and Charlotte. Miami was blown out by the Magic in the opener, but today looked much more like the Miami team we're accustomed to seeing. Heat up by 10 late in the third, and tonight it was about Jimmy Butler getting 2 feet in the paint, finding Alec Burks in the corner. This one felt like it was over early in the fourth, but late in the fourth, Charlotte cuts it down to 3, and Jimmy beats the buzzer. Miami up by 3, 2 minutes to go, and it was Jimmy's night. A reminder from Jimmy that he can still do it. Jimmy with 26, 8, and 8 in the win, and the Heat go to 1-1. The champs were in Detroit to do battle with the Pistons, and again, it was about Jason Tatum. He's walking into the gyms this season just completely on fire. Steve Kerr pissed off Jason Tatum so much he might just go out and win MVP. He was sizzling in this first quarter. Tatum on fire. I mean, some of these Tatum possessions, all you can really do is just shake the man's hand. He is on one. The Celtics had a huge lead in this one, but Cade Cunningham and the Pistons responding. Pistons up by 4 now, 5 minutes to go, more from Cunningham. I really don't think these Pistons are those Pistons, but this is why they're the champs. Beautiful ball movement. 50 seconds to go, Celtics up by 2, and Derek White. White with the block, and then Tatum, the dagger. He had 37 more points tonight. They're 3-0 on the season. He's been one of the best players in the league so far this season, if not the best. Last but not least, Cavs in Washington, where they meet up with the Wizards' Darius Garland and company. The story in this one for Cleveland, how about Jarrett Allen going 10 for 10, not missing? Darius Garland also pitching in 23, Donovan Mitchell with 30. The Cavs win by 19. They're 3-0 on the season so far.